Hey everyone, so this video is going to be 100% guaranteed absolute way where you guys, anyone, any single person in the world can tour, go out on the disc golf tour without winning a penny of prize money. Now if you're good enough to win prize money, that's great. That's extra money, it's bonus money. This video is about how you don't need to have prize money to tour. Now this is probably going to be the longest video I've ever shot, but I'm going to give you a step-by-step blueprint. I promise you, I 100% guarantee you, if you follow this blueprint, you can tour without winning $1 of prize money, and you can play disc golf or be on the disc golf tour for a living and do it. So first thing I'm gonna do before I tell you how, I'm gonna be a little bit preachy here for a second. If you like to play disc golf, please go out on tour. It is going to be the greatest experience of your life. You will never look back. I promise you, you won't look back on your life and say, oh man, you know what the worst part of my life was? Those 2 summers that I went out on tour. That was just horrific. Or, don't be one of those guys, again, here's old man Stokely preaching again, but don't be one of those people that sits there on their couch and says, oh, I'd love to go out on tour. I wish I was able to. Don't do that. I guarantee you that you can do this. So, tour. Your game will get better. You'll have the best time you've ever had in your entire life. And like I said, I'm going to give you a blueprint step by step. First off, a whole bunch of reasons to go out on tour. First is because your game will improve. You will improve exponentially. Your game will never be better than if you go out on tour. When you compete against people who are better than you, when you're thinking about nothing but disc golf, eat, sleep, and drink disc golf 24 hours a day, your game will rise to the highest level. The other reason is because you're going to get to have life experiences you don't get to have in your hometown. Now, I have a lot of really good friends in Tulsa and Peoria and Davenport, Iowa, and Fort Worth, Texas, and all over the country. Guys, I love you, but you get to disc golf here. When you go on tour, this is where you get to play disc golf. This is Montana. This is an amazing, awesome course. This is an average Montana course. These guys out here take this for granted. Okay, so go out on tour. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. So the first thing you do, set your schedule or get an idea of where you're going to be going. Find the tournaments you're going to want to go to. Now, if you're just playing big NT events, what I'm going to tell you is going to be a little bit harder. It's going to be more competitive. Not impossible, but harder. If you take a little side route and just hit some of the bigger A tiers and go to some of the locations you want to go to, this is going to be a complete breeze. So set the schedule you want to go to. You may have to pay for some of the tournaments up front, but if you contact tournament directors and let them know you're on tour, money's tight, a lot of them will put your name down, but expect to pay a couple up front. That's a little bit of upfront expense. The other upfront expense you're going to have to do is you're going to have to buy some merchandise. Now, you don't need a ton, but $2,000, $2,500 of merchandise is going to be a place to start. So here's what you do. First, contact the disc company. If you have a sponsor, great. If you don't have a sponsor, contact the disc company and propose to them you want to do this. I can't speak for any disc companies, but companies like Gateway and MVP, all the smaller companies just about are going to want to work with you. And the big companies may, smaller companies almost certainly. Tell them that you want to go out and you want to promote the heck out of their disc line when you're out on tour. So they're sponsoring you, but you're going to promote their brand and you're going to get their discs in people's hands. That's the 2 things they're going to care about the most. Winning tournaments does less for them than what you're going to be doing. So you'll be doing more to promote their company than a person who's winning A-tier tournaments from their perspective, guaranteed. So next thing you do, once you have your tour set, you want to set events, set them like say 200, 300, 400 miles apart. Enough distance between them so there's a lot of good disc golf communities in between, but not so far apart that you're going to spend a ton of time driving on gasoline. Then what you do is you decide, I'm just going to throw a name out there. Suppose you're contacting Gateway and you're going to work with Gateway. Work with Gateway and tell them that you want to run Gateway doubles events across the country, or Gateway sponsored events that are going to promote the name of Gateway and going to get Gateway discs in people's hands. I just use Gateway as an example, but it's a great company. That would be one great opportunity. So contact them. Arrange a price from Gateway to where you can buy discs at a reduced price. I'm not going to give you discs. Again, I'm not speaking for them, but you're going to have to buy them. But you should be able to get a reduced price since you're going to be promoting them. It's a symbiotic relationship. Then you have your schedule set. Contact the 3 most active disc golf communities geographically between those 2 locations. So if you are in Detroit, Michigan for a tournament one weekend, and then you're in Madison, Wisconsin for the tournament the following weekend, contact the Disc Golf Club in Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, and Grand Rapids. Maybe even hit Milwaukee along the way. Maybe we can do 4 this week. But contact those towns. Easy to find who they are on Facebook. If you don't know which towns to contact, post to Facebook. You're going to be in Wisconsin, post to some Wisconsin Facebook groups. Ask who's the biggest disc golf community in Wisconsin. People will respond. You can also get contacts of the locations there. Then contact people in the towns that you want to go to with a set date and approach them and say, hey, on June 23rd, I want to run gateway doubles in your town. I want to run a gateway sponsored event in your town. 99% of the time, unless they have a league that night and an unflexible club base, which most of them are going to be flexible because it's something new and unique, are going to let you come to town. They're going to let you run an event in that town. Then you arrange to, you arrange the date with the local club president, set that date, ask the club to help promote you, promote your event through their club. They're going to do it on their Facebook page, through their emails, at their leagues. Your job is to also, don't just count on the club to promote. I've made this mistake before. Not all club presidents, they're human and not all are as diligent as others, but you should also be promoting as well. This is really easy to do. Just post their Facebook page and just say, hey, I'm going to be in town on June 28th. I'm going to be in town in 2 weeks. Hey, today's the day. I'm going to be in town this afternoon. Post the page, let them know you're running gateway doubles. Then, what you do at these events, it's a real simple formula, and it's a can't miss, 100% guaranteed formula. The events are going to be for prizes only. Now, what you do is if gateway discs retail for $15 a piece, you charge a $15 entry fee, and for every person that enters the tournament, 1 disc goes into the prize pool. If 20 people enter the event, 20 discs will go into the prize pool of prizes. So you're giving back 100% retail value on entry fees, which is what you're expecting in the amateur division. And where you make the money is the difference in the cost of retail and how much you're paying for wholesale. So you're paying, say, $5 a disc. That means if 20 people show up, you make $200 in prizes. Now, I highly recommend this. Sorry to all the pros out there, don't have a prize money pro division. Okay, pros, I hate to say it, they don't buy anything, and you don't make any money off the pros. So it's why bother? Run an amateur tournament. Now, it's not really an amateur tournament because pros can play, they can enter into the doubles and everything as well, but they're playing for prizes too. Some of the pros that would have played for cash aren't going to come play for prizes, but you weren't going to make any money off them anyways. They don't have to play. It's America. You can choose not to play. But the pros who do, but a lot of the pros will come out. Number one, because they do want to compete. It's a unique event in town. They can win stuff. They can sell. But also a lot of them are just going to want to support your tour. So you will make more money if you just offer the prizes, because even some of the pros will join the doubles. So right off the top, you make a couple $100 a day just in the prizes, right? And if you also want to do is you want to have custom merchandise for sale. So come up with a tour stamp, some kind of fun design, and put them on some discs and sell the discs. A bunch of people will buy discs, number one, because maybe they can't find gateway in their town, but a lot of people also are just going to want your autograph. I don't care if you're an 850 amateur player. You're on tour, you're going to be signing autographs. A lot of people will just want to support what you're doing. You're on tour, they wish they could be on tour, they're going to want to support you. You will sell merchandise. So right off the top, you can make it easily, like say, $300 a day. I have a different model with what I'm doing now because I'm giving everything back and blah, blah, blah. But this is what I did my entire first couple years on tour. I ran discgolf doubles all over the country, and it works. Now, you will run into people who, well, some people don't want to play. Some people even complain. Oh, you're coming to town and, you're just making money, blah, 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 blah. Or why don't you give out prize money and this and that? And I got the best answer to give them. If people have a complaint about the fact, or they're asking you, well, where's the extra money going? You say, it's going in my pocket. I'm doing this to make money. Right? They can't argue with that. If you try to tell them, oh, it's just a promotion to get, because I'm just trying to get gateway discs in people's hands, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't, if you're, it's an old political thing. If you're defending yourself, you're losing. Don't. Tell them you're out to make a living, you're out to make money. And if you make money, you're going to eat a nice dinner tonight. Right? No one can argue with that. But that's what you do. It is such a simple formula. You run an event Monday, you run an event Tuesday, you run an event on Wednesday, maybe, and it's great to do the Thursday before the event in the town that you're going to be competing at the tournament, and that's 4 events. That's $1,000 and you'll put in your pocket every single week. Then when you go to the tournaments, There's no pressure. Well, number one, you don't have to count on prize money to live, which is really difficult. Unless you're Paul or Ricky or somebody, that's really hard to do. But if not only does it take the stress away, but then you can just focus on your game. You have a bad tournament, who cares? You have money in your pocket and you know you're making money the next week. You just simply cannot lose at this point. Now, if you are traveling, you don't want to stay at hotels. Stay at people's houses. Every single town you go to, this is disc golf, this is the Frisbee world. People will put up a touring player, just post to their local Facebook page, say I'm in town running the event, or ask the club president, they'll set you up with somebody. And when you stay at people's house, it's real simple. It's like to leave no trace, right? There's 3 rules to staying at people's houses. It's so simple. Number 1, do all your own dishes. Number 2, don't eat the last of anything. They'll always tell you just help yourself to whatever. But if there's only this much milk left, if you drink the rest of the milk, I guarantee they're going to want a bowl of Fruity Pebbles when they get home from work. and that's, don't eat the last of anything. And number 3, don't go through people's stuff, right? Just mind your own business. You do that, perfect. You'll be invited to stay back. You'll have a great time. But this is it. I mean, there's more to it. You'll figure out some of this as you go. You can message me if you have any questions, but I promise you, and I even as I make this video, I'm guessing that the vast majority of people are going to sit around and talk about how they're not able to tour because of money. And I'm telling you right now, you guys can do it. Everybody can do it. Get off your butt. Stop being lazy. As soon as you get to be as good as Ricky, then maybe you don't have to do this. But when you're just starting off, if you're younger, if you're trying to make it on tour, or maybe you're an amateur player who's never going to be at the top level, you can still do this. You can go out on tour. Best time of your life. And I was talking fast because I'm trying to convey a lot of stuff without making it a half-hour long video. But I promise you, this blueprint will work, guaranteed. You'll have the best time, and just do it. Don't talk about it. Lots of talkers, very few doers. Be a doer, and you'll never regret it. That's it. Now you can go on tour.